Yo, 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 it's your boy PJ, and you're welcome to 123 Life. Alright, guys, so many people have been skeptical about this whole BBS idea. So many people have been asking so much questions about this BBS. Is it still worth it? Is it still worth our time? And due to the whole crypto crash and all that, but so many people have, to some extent, lost interest on this whole BBS thing. And some people are right. Like some changes need to happen. The BBS is a DAO, so to some extent, we the people we have a say in what goes on in the community and what should happen in the community. And I hope the developers, AL, I hope you and your team you get to see this. I hope you hear the cry of the people because that's what BBS is all about. If the people don't get to have a say in what happens on the platform, I don't think there's any need to call it a decentralized platform. There's no need to say you're putting the power in the hands of the people because more or less, if you don't listen to the people, you're doing more like a Google or a Facebook on us. All right, so heading back to the topic, so many things have been happening. So I'd like to first of all go to the Twitter handle of the BBS network and show you something. All right, so I've been keeping a track of their followers, and I just noticed that they've lost 500 followers in less than 24 hours. So they've lost 500 followers in less than 24 hours. And for me, I think it will keep going down because people have been sharing what they want to see on the platform, but probably to some extent, the developers have not been listening. And they promised to give feedback on the token and how it's gonna go. And up to now, nothing yet from their end. Nothing yet from their end. So that is one. That is one indicator I saw that people are not taking this whole version 3 update and change in change in cash out style. People are not taking it so well. If you notice another thing, the number of purchases per day on the BBS network has dropped immensely. It has dropped. This used to be around 5,000 plus, but it's just at 971 purchases per day. And Star Wars Theory dropped also. In fact, all over across board it has dropped except for crypto banter. Except for crypto banter, and that is because crypto banter has a link to their Twitter, their YouTube. So they have a huge community. So they just still talk about their crypto banter community stuff on this their BBS community. So, but across board, there has been a drop on purchases per day. People have started losing interest in this, and Eyal and his team they need to look into this. They need to hear the people and think of what next to do. All right, so if you're new to this channel, please subscribe down below. It is free to subscribe. Like this video, share this video so someone else that needs to hear this gets to see this also. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. All right, guys, so make sure you stay to the end of this video. We'll be giving away $10 to one lucky winner, one lucky community member. So we'll be giving it away $10 to one person. So by the end of this video, I'll tell you how to get that $10 from our community. So that being said, now many people have been talking about cash outs. Some people have been blaming the admins for not getting their cash outs and all that. I'm going to explain why that happens like that. I'm going to explain it right now. Okay, so now the cash out procedure works by you first applying for a whitelist. And now the way it works is it happens on a first come first serve basis. So if I apply for cash out before you, I'll be paid first before you are being paid. Now what happens is this: A community can only pay out what they have in their bank. And for BBS, the bank is the cashier. So your cashier balance is the only way you can be paid. So that's why you see community admins are always telling you to engage on stuff, post stuff, and all that, because the amount of engagement mining is what results to community funds. Do you understand? That's what results to community funds. So when a particular community has a low engagement ratio compared to the general engagement of the BBS platform as a whole, what happens is they get little to nothing. That's why you see communities have zero. Most communities have zero balance. So now what happens is when you apply for a cash out and based on the people on queue already, they would have to pay out the person before that applied for whitelist before you. Now, they will also need to check their community wallets, which is this showing here. If you check now, the BBS network has $0.83 in their community fund. So at this moment, they cannot afford to pay anybody. If you apply for cash out at this moment, they cannot pay you. And already you have it in mind that they already have so many people in the backlogs still on queue waiting to be paid. So if you apply for a cash out now, just imagine they have 30,000 members here and you apply for cash out now. So who knows how many people have already applied for cash out already? So say we have like maybe 2,000 people already applied for cash out. That means those 2,000 persons will be paid first before you're being paid. Do you understand? So that is the idea behind the whole cash out thing. So the cash out thing, communities need to have money in their wallet before they can pay out to anybody. Like now you see Nerd Token Vote has $992 in their community wallet. Let me check. Okay, I think the Star Wars Theory has the highest. Star Wars Theory has $10,297 in their community fund. So I think Star Wars is the richest. Star Wars is the richest. What Should It Die has 524. Sulha has 944. Unofficial Team Poll has 247. BBS China has 219. BBS Korea has 699. Villa has zero community fund. Now, I think what happens here is most of like the likes of Crypto Banter, the likes of Metas, I think they have been paying out some cash outs. That's why their community fund is low, like almost zero. They have been paying out because I know there was a time I checked Crypto Banter and they had up to like about 300, 400. I think they've paid out some people. So that's how it works. That's how this thing works. So if they don't have the fund, they can't pay you. And now the only way this thing works is by engagement. If the community does not have enough engagement, they cannot collect the daily allotment for communities. They get zero to nothing. So the only way to help yourself to get to cash out is to help the community to get those daily allotments. You understand? Okay, so that being said, now I want to clarify something, guys. I want to clarify something. Most people are thinking, okay, they're just here for the cash out, they want to cash out. Yes, I understand that. We're all here to make money from this, and we're all here to cash out and all that. Yes, true. But let me give you a scenario. Now, if you check people that started, for example, YouTube several years ago, people that maybe bought a domain like 30 years ago or 20 years ago, people that bought a domain 20, 30 years ago. Now, do you know what happened? Now, even if that domain was not maybe relevant then, now over time, the domain actually gained value. Now, what happens is most of these things are run by algorithms. And now the algorithms, to some extent, tends to favor early adopters. Now, if you check, for example, YouTube, now, before YouTube became monetized and started doing ads and all that, the people that started YouTube with just, oh, this is a new technology, I need to explore this technology, and started posting videos, whether they were relevant to people at that time or not, started posting videos, started doing creating content and all that. Now, probably for the first 5 years, they got maybe barely nothing. But fast forward 20 years later, 15 years later, 10 years later, most of those people have millions of subscribers that they post one thing and they get like a million views, and that in return sends money into their account. So that is the same thing with this narrative now, BBS now. For example, you buy a post on the Meta platform, and now you don't know how much that post will be worth in the future. You don't know how many like traffic that post is going to generate over time, because ads are going to be placed on your post. You don't know how much you're going to be generating from just one particular post that you've had for probably years before BBS becomes mainstream and all that. So the idea here is understand the narrative, understand that this is a shift in what people normally know. This is a shift. And with time, it's only going to get better. I know now it's frustrating that they changed the cash out system through the version update. Everything has changed. Everything is looking so annoying. Everything is looking so frustrating. You're making posts, you're buying posts, and it's as if your cash out is not increasing. Like I said, the cash out is not the goal at the moment, guys. The cash out is not the goal. Because looking at cash out, before everybody's gonna get paid from cash out. It's gonna take a whole long time. Just imagine Metas that has probably like 30,000 community members, and everybody probably puts in a cash out. They'll need to like pay first 5,000, 10,000 before they get to 30,000, and other people will still keep applying for cash outs also. You understand? So the idea here is not the cash out. The idea is to harness this narrative as much as you can. Be on top of this narrative as much as you can. You can start building a brand on top of this narrative. Because trust me, guys, a narrative that was backed with almost $1 billion is not a joke. For now, it might seem like things are a bit laggy and all that. But this narrative was backed by so many big companies, by Binance, by Bangkok Capital, so many big companies, by Deal Maker. Almost $1 billion, guys, was invested in this. It's not gonna fail. It's not a joke. So just hang in there, guys. Hang in there, guys. A source told me that something good is gonna come within the next few days, and I hope it's good news. And trust me, guys, when that news comes, definitely you're going to be the first to hear it. So click on the notification bell, so whenever I post a video about the BBS network, you get to see it first and get to act on it first. So that will be all for today, guys. So remember, I promised I was going to give $10 to a community member. So if you're part of our community, please, this is for you. And if you're not part of our community, you can always be part of the community. You can join our community. Our community link will be in the description below. Join our community. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget, like this video, subscribe down below. It is free to subscribe down below, share this video. And if you have any question about the BBS community, put it down in the link, put it down in the comment section below, put it down in the comment section. And if you're new to the BBS network, the BBS market, and you want to know more about the BBS network, check out previous videos. We've done so much videos on helping you navigate your way through the BBS platform. All right, guys, so if you're part of our community and you've joined our community, this is what you need to do to win the $10 giveaway. Just go to the community and type BBS to the world. Type BBS to the world, and you win yourself $10 free. $10 from the Niger blockchain community $10. All right, guys. So that'll be all for today, and see you in the next video.